Hello, Casey Ship here, creator of Hot's Lifestyle with a Z.com. Anyway, we're going to talk about how to get rid of cravings. This one's going to be so fun, and I contemplated, it is a Friday evening, and I was like, I need some bourbon in here. So I may drink some of this tea and then go have some bourbon. We're talking. It depends on how this goes. So I see a lot of fitness girls talk about craving hacks, craving secrets, how to kick it, how to do all this stuff. And let me tell you the real secret. You want to know the real secret? Okay, first of all, this one said, I just don't buy it. I don't put it in the house. I just don't do this. My husband knows that if he buys it, we're going to eat it, so we just don't eat it. And I was like, oh my God. Women have such a hard time getting in shape, getting results in any way, any shape or form. And if you don't know my story, probably just go to hotmomslifestyle.com. But I really want you to see my webinar on this. It's 60 minutes, and I go over my autoimmune diseases, now healed, now done, total hysterectomy. I've been through the ringer. What I specialize in is I help women rehabilitate their metabolisms and their mindsets using medically backed programs and protocols. We get to the root of the compensatory behavior that causes the craving. So when the girl says, I just don't buy it, we don't keep it in the house, that's such like an alcoholic when they stop drinking and all that stuff. Do you just, sure, I guess in AA maybe they say don't get around social, don't go around parties, and, don't have alcohol in the house. But me personally, I don't know about you, and I know I'm a lot different, Lord help, from a lot of people, but if I've got the problem, if I have a problem with alcohol or sweets, I'm not going to make my family suffer because I've got a problem. It's not fair. It's my issue. It's my personal problem. So just not buying it, putting it in the house, oh my God, that helps. Well, what are you going to do when you go out to your friend's barbecue? Now there's I can't have it. Now you want even more. No, we're not going to do that. So here's the best thing to do. You're craving it. We got to get to the bottom of why you're craving it. Because if you're craving something, it means you're either deficient in a mineral, nutrient, maybe there's a macronutrient, maybe you're starving. I can't tell you how many women come in and we have to feed them because they're not eating enough. They're type A, they're goal-oriented women, and they're just not eating enough. When I did my competition days and when we train girls, they'll think that, I'm just not going to eat all the food that's on the meal plan because it'll make me skinny. And then they're like, oh my God, I'm starving. They binge eat at night, at 11 o'clock at night. And I'm like, if you would have just eaten what was on the plan, like what if you have Candida, an overgrowth in your gut? It makes you crave sugar, bread, refined carbs, even alcohol. So what we do in Hot Moms, we have protocols, but I'll just kind of give you some freebie tips right here. Just Google food sensitivity tests. We have a special kind we use, and the follow-up we show you how to do things, but you may not be in Hot Moms, so I want to help you. So go ahead and just Google food sensitivity tests. I don't care if you even check the IgG on your blood, but why don't you just check the foods that you can't have? Maybe check for Candida. If you work with us, you have access to our medical team. We check for Candida on our comprehensive metabolic panels. I used to have a protocol for Candida, and Candida, they'll say take away all fruit, all carbs, and this, and that, and it's not true. You do not need to take away fruit. And I know a lot of holistic doctors will probably say she is very wrong, but I've healed Candida. Got blood results, blood work to prove it and show it, those results on my webinar. So if you go to don'tlistentofitnessgurus.com, that will put you in my messenger to get my guide that walks you through the 60-minute training, and I show you on my blood work and show you how we do it and how we did it. But if you're just wanting some freebie tips, just go to Google food sensitivity test and maybe check for Candida as well. Cravings mean this is all physical. We ain't even gotten into the emotional side of why you crave things. Do you see why this is such bullshit when I see fitness models and these IG famous fitness girls talking about their little craving busters, and I'm like, well, I know what's going on anyway. I get it. It's just, they're just about the dollars. And I love money better than the next person. But at the end of the day, I'm a healer. I like seeing people get enlightened. I like sharing what helped change my life because I've been in some bad places, some dark places. Okay. So I'm sharing with you what's helped me and what's helped thousands of women that we've worked with. So that's the physical side of craving. You either are deficient in something. Just like chocolate. I used to have to eat a whole Hershey's chocolate bar every day, or a sweet after I would eat. Every time I would eat, I'd have to eat something sweet. I always eat it with Candida. Birth control causes Candida. I was on birth control for 7-10 years, So a lot of things. And I have a free group, by the way, Hot Moms Lifestyle on Facebook. That's a free group if you want to get in there and improve. I've got a lot of information in there. that maybe you can just self-educate on. You don't want to join Hot Moms for $47. There's that piece, the physical aspect. Now we get into the emotional side of things. This is going to maybe bring some stuff to the surface because awareness heals everything. You have to feel it to heal it, baby. So you have to feel it to heal it. We teach on how to get to the root of compensatory behaviors. What are compensatory behaviors? They are where you eat tacos and then you go run a mile. They are where you eat a cheat meal, then you go do burpees. They're where you feel bad about eating certain foods, or there's just maybe enemas, detox teas, food restriction after you've eaten a lot of food. There's so many types of compensatory behaviors, and really it's eating disorders. But when I say eating disorders, people think that it's simply bulimia and anorexia. No, there's food fear. Like if I'm afraid to eat Fruity Pebbles, and I'm terrified to eat it, but then when I eat it, I feel bad about it, and then maybe I'm like obsessed about it. Now I've got like this inner remorse for it, judgment. That's eating disorders. That's compensatory behavior. You know, eat more when we train legs. I could never get lean when I was in that thought process, but I know why now. Let me give you an example. I had one girl, she could not stay out of the refrigerator at night. This happens to a lot of people. We have something called the mentality needed to succeed. It's a very powerful way to get to the bottom and uproot these old limiting beliefs in the way you think about diets, because odds are you're just doing what you know. You've watched your mother, you've watched your aunt, you've watched your dad and your brothers and your sisters. If they have any types of eating habits that aren't so good, you just take them on as yours. Just kind of like anything else that you grow up. From the time you're born till then, you're being hypnotized. You're in a hypnotized state of mind. And a lot of people just remain in that into adulthood and wonder why life's just happening to them, or maybe it's just their genetics. That's why they have Hashimoto's or low thyroid, or maybe just overweight, or maybe underweight. No. It is learned behavior. Long ago, it's old tape. So I show you how to get to the bottom of those, and it can be emotional. You know, it could be, we've had a lot of women in there just come out and say, you know, I cried when I was processing this, but here's what we found. So the gal that couldn't stay out of the refrigerator realized she had some trauma growing up at night. Guess what? Any type of weight or food issue is a type of anxiety. It's a way to feel safe. That's why we say we emotionally eat. It feels good. It feels safe. She went to food for comfort. So no matter what you've gone through at the time, even if you think maybe, oh, I've dealt with it, your body's keeping score. That's why maybe you're sick, or that's why you can't get results. That's why just things are not happening as fast as you would like them, is because there's a block there. And I hate to say block, but I'm going to call a spade a spade. There's a reason why you're not where you want to be. And I help you get to the root of that. And you've got to get to the root of it. I'm telling you right now. Say, where did this come from? Where did this thought come from? There's that. But just know that any type of food issue or food has a hold on you, it literally, like, you have to ask why. Where did it come from? And you just start the process. If you want hand holding and support, hotmomslifestyle.com. But that's where cravings come from a lot of times too. What are you trying to fill? F-I-L-L, F-E-E-L. When you just eat, and it could be compulsive drinking, could be compulsive eating. What void are you trying to fill with the substance, food, sugar? Sugar, if given to mice, rats, whatever, rodents, they can walk on hot surfaces for a longer period of time than those that don't have sugar. That means it numbs out pain. That's why we get addicted to it. It's not good for me. Sugar's just not good for me. I will eat it, and I teach you how to eat it after your workouts, where we've done studies. I've followed them. You can eat a Snicker bar every day, but if done properly and nutrient timing and you count macros, you won't gain weight. It's about how you view that Snicker. You know what I'm saying? Food is not good or bad. Everything has an energy, and it's all about the intention of when you eat it and how you drink it. So how to get to the bottom of cravings is, first you got to go medical. Or do you have Candida? You know, how long have you been on birth control? Because it causes yeast overgrowth, like fact. So you got to look at, do you have Candida? Let's get rid of the Candida. And if you can't poop, if you can't I go over this too in the webinar. There's something wrong with you. Twice a day, honey, is normal. And I'm not talking about shitting through a screen door type poop. That's IBS. Either not going or going and it's like not good. Okay, like water through the screen door type thing. I know it's gross, but it is what it is. We're grown adults here. You want to get better, this is what we got to do. Sorry. So anything like that, gut issues, we got to get to the bottom of that first, because you're probably malabsorption. You're probably just not getting what you need. So you probably got a gut issue, some adrenal issues here. So we got to work on that. Do you see what I'm saying? It's way more than just, oh my God, I just tell him not to buy the Oreos, Sally, and I eat them. But God, when we go to Jenny's house, I'm just, that's what IG famous models talk like. and give advice to their followers. It's beyond me, but it's okay. It's all good. I know what I know. The results in Hot Moms in our one-on-one coaching, it's phenomenal, but that's what we do. You got to get to the root of your health. You have to address the medical side first, do the protocols that work to heal that issue, work on your mentality around food. These thoughts like, how was Aunt Frida? Was Aunt Frida a chronic dieter? Did you grow up in a household that did wrestling and everybody had to make weight and then they binge ate on Halloween candy? Is food love to you, where your family, only way they showed love was around food, so that's how you love on yourself? Man, there's so much that goes into this. So I hope that helps, and I know it's probably not what you wanted to hear, because now you've got to do some work and it's not so fun. It's like Brene Brown. Nobody wants to talk about guilt and shame, but everybody wants to talk about a quick DIY way to feel pretty. But if you work on this part first, the inside, and go inward, dude, you will have to work less than you thought. Things get way easier inside, and then it just goes out. Everything goes out, okay? And then tonight, be sure to drink your water, okay, when you're drinking your bourbon. HotMomsLifestyle.com. And if you want to see that 60-minute training, the webinar where I break down my food analysis, where I healed my adrenal fatigue, Hashimoto's, all that stuff, go to don'tlistentofitnessgurus.com. You'll get my 7 things you don't need to become a hot mom guide, and it's really, really cool and enlightening. It's just like, oh, I needed that. Really easy read. Tried to make it 4th grade reading level for you. Couldn't get it down to a 3rd grade because I just talked too much. If you'll scroll down to that guide, don'tlistentofitnessgurus.com, we'll send it a messenger. You'll see the training link in that guide. So let me know if it helped you. I'd love to, send me a DM. We read DMs all the time. So send us a message and let me know how it helped you. Because if I don't know what you need to know, I can't give you more content I can produce, but I want to make sure that I'm creating something that you need. Got it? Okay, bye y'all.